Everybody, welcome aboard a very special modification of the 747-200. Yes, of course, you can see it is the beautiful VC-25A Air Force One. This plane has been in service since 1990, and while its last days are pretty much numbered of it being retired very soon, yes, the planned replacement, the VC-25B, which is supposed to be a 747-8, has for years been planned to begin operations in 2024, next year. We will now finally have the VC-25A, the old one for the flight simulator, with which we can find out why it is very desperate that we need a replacement for the Air Force One 747. Yes, the new add-on here for X-Plane has recently been uploaded here by this guy, Dino744. It's basically a conversion of the 747-200 released by Feelies a while ago. Yes, let's monitor that plane because that one was, genius of an airplane. Really great. This is again a plane from the 1980s, 70s. You can see that definitely in the cockpit as well, which definitely is no different on the actual Air Force One. Yes, I remember flying this plane. I remember loving to fly this plane because it's so cool. It still has this soul to it. It's no glass cockpit. It's no iPads around here. Or is there an iPad? There is an iPad. Never mind. Anyway, this is really the good old times. And it's crazy to think about the fact that, the Air Force One is pretty much the oldest plane to fly the skies nowadays. Anyway, let's go back and spawn onto the actual Air Force One modification. We have two available. We've got the SAM 28,000 and the SAM 29,000. Yes, of course, there's two Air Force One 747s flying around, so that there's always one to spare, I guess. And let's spawn it into Newquay Airport here in UK. This is actually a funny story behind it. Yes, I remember seeing the Points Guy article here. President Biden is traveling to England today, but is Cornwall's runway long enough to accommodate Air Force One? Yes, this was one of the trips made by Jojo Bibi, where they asked, is Newquay's airport actually big enough to accommodate the Super Jumbo Air Force One? Surprisingly enough, the answer is yes. So yes, it was good. Yeah, this runway is like 8,900 feet long, which is probably one of the shorter runways the Air Force One flew at. Anyway, back to the modification here. We can see some of the outside objects here. We can see some proper antennas here, more antennas. We can see the beautiful engines here. The General Electric CF6 engines here, built to the 747. Also here in this beautiful Air Force One blue. Amazing. Yes, indeed. The modification of this airplane here in the flight simulator. It's a bit strange. You have to download the add-on here from xplane.org and kind of insert it into the plane maker, and then you have to add the objects. It's a bit, of a complicated process, but still, this is really, really cool. And let's go ahead and jump on board into the cockpit, where we can find all the good old 747-200. This is just how the Air Force One once again is in real life. What's really cool is if we turn on the panel lights, it's of course lights up green like the real Air Force One, because it's a military plane, kind of like the C-17. Really cool. Let's go and jump into the cabin, where we can find not many modifications. If you've ever seen the Air Force One, it doesn't look like this. We've got some wine here. We've got, that's actually Russian. That's funny. We've got some Cabernet wine here, which is probably not how the president flies around. We've got, of course, the president of the United States badge here on the famous door. And we've got some more United States stuff. Welcome aboard Air Force One. Yeah, the carpet's done quite well. But we all, of course, know what the actual Air Force One 747 looks from inside. Check out this beautiful desk. Check out this beautiful, what is a 4K picture. Great. Some more pictures here from the alley. Got a Barack Obama right here. This plane was known as having this perfect balance between luxury. Let's check this out. Leather couch and, equipment. So safety, technical stuff, antennas. This is the flying White House after all. Most of that isn't really shown here. We've got pretty much the regular passenger configuration of the 747. But something we do have, of course, the 747-200 and how it flies, how it, performs on short runways like this here at Newquay, England, where they were like, oh, is it going to fit on a runway? Is it going to work? Let's see now. Here we go, full power now. This will be plenty enough of runway here to actually take off. We can see the beautiful tilted landing gear come up. Yep, this is a bit of a butter machine, actually. Here we go, just like that, we took off, and we're in the air. We've got the president on board. Yes, the 747-200 is known for being relatively good on performance. You know, back in the days, the old 747s used to operate on really short runways, if you think about it. I mean, you used to fly to St. Martin, for example. That's not easy at all. So yeah, this plane definitely doesn't need like a space shuttle type runway. And we shall test that today in today's video here, flying the VC-25A to ridiculously short runways. I mean, okay, the question whether the president can fly to any place in the US is really irrelevant because, of course, there's smaller Air Force Ones like the 757. That one can land on shorter runways, but I think this should work here as well. Catalina Island here, just off the coast of Los Angeles land. We might want to take off here. Okay, let's go full power. There we go, looking great. We've got flaps going. We've got everything going. This plane has no issues operating here. There we go. I think, honestly, the Air Force One should be relatively lower on the weight side compared to the passenger 747-200s. There we go. We've taken off. That was professional and that was great. I mean, after all, we don't have any passengers to carry around or their luggage. We only have the president and some press people and very heavy tech and very luxury leather couches. Okay, maybe this is a bit of a more heavy 747s if you think about it. I'm going to take a look at the maximum takeoff weight here of the VC-25 at 800,000 pounds. We might just put it there. Yeah, something like that. That's like the maximum here. And there we go. Plane still flies nicely. Let's check if it still lands nicely as well. All right, now let's come up for a landing here. Runway's there. Let's get the president landed safely. Get the landing gear down. Shh, shush. President, you're going to be fine. All right, looking great. Oh my god, come on, stop. You can do it. Yeah, going full power on the reverse thrust. The president of the United States of America is stopping. And he's stopping quickly, as you can very much see. That was actually a bit too quick. Check this out. That was in no time at all. Yes, the 747-200 is known for its performance, and it definitely has proven itself too. Maybe I might just want to try a bit of a bigger runway here with my 16 frames per second. I really don't know why that is. We might want to take off anyway with Mr. President on board. This is all just for the test, okay? Nothing to be worried about. We're looking at 60 knots already, 80 knots. This is looking absolutely fine. Oh my god, 12 FPS. It's gonna be horrible looking here in the video, that's for sure. Let's take off here. Yes! Yeah. Okay, that's gone bad. Okay, we might just not be able to take off here. Right, we might just want to try a bit of a more reasonable airport runway here. Welcome to La Mole Airport here with its, you know, a roughly 1,000-meter long runway. And I think this is actually going to work absolutely well. I mean, definitely the 747 can take off on some very short distances, very short runways. There we go. If you go flaps full, then you'd have no issues flying here whatsoever. Yes, we might have tail striked. That, yeah, just a little bit of extending the runway, which is not gonna be good for French-American relations, but here we go. The 747 VC-25 has flown off really well, and we can land it as well. Again, this is a plane that I feel very much comfortable with flying on very short runways, short distances, no worries. You might be able to even butter it because this is a bit of a butter machine as well. Ah! That's been very much smooth. That's been so smooth. Let's go and stop quickly, which is going to be no issue at all. Please, just stop. Going full power in the CF6 engines here as well. Full power in the stopping. That has very much worked. I might have blown a tire, but we stopped. But this still was one of those landings you didn't really know that you were landing, you know? That was absolutely amazing. We stopped in no time. Yes, even to La Mole Airport here in Saint-Tropez. This is no issue. Here we go. Stop. Touchdown, smoothly, the VC-25. And here we go, a quick stop with perhaps one or two tires blown. Yeah, there you go, that tire blew. That's nothing to be worried about still. So everybody, the 747 VC-25, a plane that's very desperate for an upgrade, which is happening. And all these are needed, again, probably because this plane isn't very future-proof. This add-on right here is pretty damn well made, we have to say. Very good work. Even though, of course, cabin textures would have been nice. So I thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. Now, thank you very much to my highly supporting members like Jamie Ashton, Mike C, James Duram, Ragings, Met RLG, Matt Van Z, Moritz, Bellhausen, Knots Enthusiast, Shadow, New York, Ryland Williams, Kelly Chaos, John O'Brien, and I'm addicted to Airbus A380s. Thank you.